We've just had a small activity. It is not just an icebreaker for all of you. There's a very powerful message in the small activity that we've done. The balloon that we twisted, the balloon that was folded, the balloon got bursted. If you kind of simulate this with our business experience in our life, every one of us have gone through similar kind of twisting, pinching, pulling around. Yes or no? In our business. Yeah? I know every one of you, if you are here around in this audience, in the mic here, each and every one of you will have similar kind of stories like Mustafa, Dr. Velmani, and so on and so forth. With all will have these kind of twisting and pitching and pulling around. But what we need to do is, can we have that kind of a bigger vision to take our business to the next level? Ladies and gentlemen, the next couple of minutes, I want to actually share with you what kind of a vision that we need to have to scale our business from one level to another level. I just wanted to tell you a very interesting quote by Helen Keller. I know all of you will know about this lady who was a very famous athlete about 50 years back, blind lady, and she tells something like this: the only thing worse than being blind is to have a sight but not vision. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of weeks back I was doing a vision workshop for a set of entrepreneurs. And this gentleman walked towards me and told me, Nasir, I want to ask you a question. I said, what question? He said, my father-in-law runs a business. He started from small beginning in Kerala, went to Gulf, in Dubai. He started a bubble water unit, which is doing phenomenally well. And he also started a franchisee of fast food centers. I know some of you have heard about this brand called Chicken. Have you heard about this brand called Chicken in India? The chicken outlet. So he has created a lot of business, and he came and told me, my father doesn't have any kind of a vision statement, or he doesn't go to any vision workshop and so on and so forth. So I was really not very clear about what exactly I'm going to tell him. So I asked him, the kind of question he asked me, do you think that my father-in-law worked on all these workshops, had all those vision documents done? I was a little blown away. I was not able to really answer him. Then I said, don't worry, there'll be some way that we can figure out what exactly he has to say. During the lunch break, I made him call his father-in-law. And I asked him, he came and asked me this question. I want to ask you, 25 years back you started this business. Can you just tell me, how did you actually visualize such a big business? He said, no, I come from an age where there's no Facebook, there's no Twitter, there's no LinkedIn. I was fully much focused on the business. And I had this vision of setting up from one level to take the business to the next level. That's what I've done. So I was kind of relieved. Okay? So all those big business, the first generation business, if you see, they have a bigger vision. Then I was actually talking to another entrepreneur who's built a huge company with about 3,000-4,000 people working, with huge hypermarket and so on and so forth. I asked him, what kind of a vision that you have for the next 25 years? And he told me, see, the people who are with me, this core team, they're all old. I don't want to build a company with these guys. What I wanted to do is try and pick those 20 people in my company, which he selected, and he said, I wanted to groom these guys. I wanted to coach them. I want to take this business to the next level. The next 3 years, we'll be retiring. So the two instances, one on the one side, we have something like this. And the other thing, we have another story. A few months back, there was a book launch function in Coimbatore, and there's this gentleman called Subrata Bachi. Some of you would have heard about him, the founder of Mindtree. He was here, he was launching the book, and the book is called The Elephant Catcher. In that particular book, he was actually asking all the audience, it's talking about scaling up. And he says, all the entrepreneurs here, we have a problem. What is the problem? The idea of scaling up. If somebody asks you, can you become a Bill Gates tomorrow? Can you become 100,000 crores of company? Can you become a $2 billion company? Can you become a $20 billion company? The first thing that comes to our mind is, oh my God, how can I? Yes or no? That first thought of getting stuck is making us go from worse. A great motivational speaker by name Michael Hart, he tells, whatever you want to achieve in life, you're not able to achieve because of the three simple reasons. The number one reason is lack of belief.
the limiting belief that you have that you can do something. The second thing that he's talking about, the clarity in which how you want to take from one level to another level. The third and most important thing he says, all of us have got a bundle of resources. Are you making use of those resources? If you're not making use of those resources, I think you're making a mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, next couple of minutes I want to actually tell you, I'm going to give you this wonderful idea. What is this idea? I'm going to make a small acronym of idea and what you can pick from this. The first and foremost thing that I want to talk about, idea, the I stands for imagination. Sky is the limit. Wherever I go, I see some amazing entrepreneurs. I speak to them. I work with them. And I'm telling you, my dear friends, every one of you sitting here, BNI Coimbatore, I'm a son of soil. I always feel that we could definitely do better. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, that's not the Coimbatore way of saying yes. Yes or no? Yes. You all can do wonders. And I'm sure any car that you take today, any machines that you take today, some parts are there fitted in that particular machine or the car that you drive is from Coimbatore. But unfortunately, the company which made that particular part, nobody knows the name of the company. Do you think it's a sorry affair? Yes or no? Yeah. So we have to make a statement that today we're going to imagine big and we're going to think big and we're going to act small. We think big, but we wanted to act big, that's where we fail. So start thinking big, act small. The second letter that I'm going to talk to you about is the letter D, that stands for drive. Few years back, exactly 3 years back or 4 years back, Mr. Murli Srinivasan, who's sitting here down, he was continuously calling me, sir, why don't you start a BNI in Coimbatore? And the BNI, the term Business Network International, doesn't sound too well with me because the networking, I was under the impression, oh my God, no, not another multi-level marketing company. No. So he was continuously calling me and he said, you could do better. And today we have 420 business owners sitting in front of us. And we have contributed 600 crores to this city in the economy of this particular city. Do you think it's a big number? Yes or no? Yeah. So every business goes through certain challenges. Once you start up with so much of excitement, you have this eagle's view from the beginning. The moment you get into the business, you get stuck. You get into ant's vision. You keep following an ant and you get into boggled down a lot of day-to-day challenges every single day. You keep facing problems after problems. So you just get out of the vision at that point of time. And that's when you need people to really direct you, people to really make you to have that kind of a drive. All you need to do is bounce back. The third most important letter that I was talking about is E, and that stands for execution. You need to have an execution plan. Every one of us are equipped with so much of tools, techniques, learnings. You have amazing videos on the YouTube, right from the best of the universities in the world. And you go and listen to all your entrepreneurs here sitting down here. You do your one-to-one, do a lot of things. I'm sure that every one of you will get amazing insights of the learnings that you can do. With that, create a plan. And the last and most important word that I want to talk to you about is align. As an entrepreneur, all of us work almost 12 hours, 13 hours a day. The frontline employees who are doing the work, they do work 13 hours a day. But the managers that we have, they are kind of relaxed guys. Yes or no? You take all the pressure, the frontline takes all the pressure. But the middle management guys, they are relaxing. Whereas if you look at the MNC companies, if you look at the corporate companies, the CEOs, the top guys are relaxed. The middle management guys are fired up. They are working after target after target. What can you do to make those guys work harder? For that, you need to make your vision their vision. Speak to your team and tell them what kind of a car you guys are driving today. They may be driving a sedan. Tell them 5 years from now, you will be driving a BMW. You will be driving a Merc. You will be maybe driving a bigger car than that as well. If they start thinking like that, I'm sure your vision will be taken to the next level. Walt Disney, one of my favorite entrepreneurs all time, he said, of all the things that I've done in my life, the only thing that I wanted to tell every one of you is that all I did is collected all the talented bunch of people with me in my company. And I coordinated them towards one particular direction, pointing them towards we could make people happy. And all of you need to do what it takes to take you from that level to the next level. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the idea that I want to leave you with. Imagination, drive, execution plan, and alignment to your team. You will definitely be able to go to the next level. And I know it's not easy. You need to have people strategy. You need to have right kind of strategy to take your business to the next level. And you also need to have some of the money matters. How to get fund, how to ensure that you use the fund in the right direction, how to collect those money that we have given to our suppliers, the customers, and put all those things into action. The next few speakers are actually going to take you through what could we do and how can we really make it to the next big thing. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Over to the MC.